In this video, I'm going to show you how I literally just copy my way to make millions with SEO. And, this is a really important video because I'm going to show you the understanding you need to have to outrank your competitors and make millions with SEO. And if you can't watch this video from start to finish, then SEO is probably not for you because SEO requires patience. If you don't know who I am, I'm Miko Martinez. I've been in the SEO industry for over 6 years now. I've worked on over 200 projects, and I've helped scale some of them to over 7 figures in annual revenue. So let's get to the video. So the first thing that you need to understand is that SEO is relative. What I mean by that is you never want to do SEO in a vacuum. You can't just assume, okay, I'm going to publish 5 blog posts a month and build 5 backlinks a month, and I'm going to outrank my competitors. This might work, but you don't know for sure, because when it comes to SEO, it's always dependent on what your competitors are doing, right? Like, if you're publishing 5 blog posts a month and building 5 backlinks a month, and your competition is pretty weak and they're just, publishing 2 blog posts a month, right? Or their content isn't even optimized for SEO and they aren't building any backlinks. Yes, then you're probably going to outrank them eventually, right? But if your competition is much stronger, or if you're in a more competitive industry or niche and your competitors have SEO optimized content and they're building 10 to 20 backlinks every month, then yeah, your 5 pieces of content and 5 backlinks every month isn't going to cut it. It's not even close, right? You're never going to outrank the competition. Like, be realistic, So yeah, you always want to look at what your competition is doing and adapt your strategy accordingly, right? And this is even important to know whether you have the budget to actually even compete against your competitors. So the first thing that you really want to do are gap analysis. So you want to look at the content gap and the link gap, right? So let's start with the content gap. So you want to look at what your competition is covering in terms of content, right? Both the pages that they have and the content within the page, okay? So for example, like if your competition has this like 50 shopping pages, you want to have the same 50 shopping pages. If they have these 20 blog posts, you want to have the same 20 blog posts. And as I mentioned here, not just the pages, but the content within the page. That's something that a lot of people seem to overlook as well, right? They think like, okay, my competition has, let's just use the soapery as an example. My competition has this product category or collection page on essential oils, right? And they think like, okay, I'm gonna have a product category or collection page on essential oils as well. I'm gonna have, product category pages on carrier oils, mectants, exfoliants, clays, botanicals, etc. as well, and be like, okay, I've covered what my competition has covered. No, that's not enough. You also have to look at what content they have within the page, right? So if you want to rank for essential oils, you can't expect to rank with just, okay, I have an essential oils page and I have a bunch of essential oils on here. You want to look at what your competition is doing. It's like, oh, okay, so my competition has subcategory pages, or, well, not, are these subcategory pages or related category pages at the top of their collection page? Maybe I should do the same thing, right? Oh, what essential oils are they actually carrying, right? What product, what SKUs do they have? What products do they have, right? You should probably have the same products. What questions are they answering? Like, okay, why choose the soapery over our competitors? You want to do the same thing. You want to talk about, okay, everything about essential oils, what are they, how to use them, benefits, like even this, like you want all this stuff on your page and more, because the goal here is to show the search engine that, our brand deserves to rank over the soapery, because not only do we have everything the soapery has, but we have more. So like, you can see this, the minimum is to cover the same thing. And, if you really want to outrank the soapery, your competition, you want to do more, right? So how do you do that? Oh, how to use essential oils. Maybe you can do a step-by-step here, or put an infographic. The benefits, again, you can maybe put an infographic on, okay, what are the pros, cons, etc., right? And then, okay, related blog posts, featured reviews, rewards, frequently asked questions. You want to cover everything your competition is covering. You don't want to leave anything to chance, okay? And that's exactly how you do the content gap analysis. Again, an important thing to understand here, it's not just the pages, but everything within the page as well, right? And like, okay, you might be thinking, okay, I covered everything in the essential oils page. Something that you might overlook is the blog posts related to essential oils, because I know for a fact that these guys have a ton of blog content, and that's helping them rank. They probably have a ton of blog content covering, like here, essential oil benefits, etc., etc. This, blog post, or this is not, is it okay? It's a tag, right? But these blog posts, right? These are all essential oils related blog posts, and this actually helps them rank for their product category, their essential oils product category. Why? Because again, you're trying to convince the search engine that our brand is the expert or authority in the industry because we're answering all the questions users have about essential oils, right? Not just on this page, but all the other pages on the website also help answer all those questions. And the search engine can see this, and it'll think like, okay, this brand must be the authority or expert in the industry because it's answering every single question users have about essential oils. Okay. So that's what you need to do when you look at the content gap. And again, depending on the competition, your competition might be as difficult to outrank as the soapery, like they're doing all the good things when it comes to content, or they might just have a product category title H1 and the product grid, and then okay, it might not be that difficult to fill in the content gap. But the goal here is to make sure that you're filling that gap and adding a little bit more. You're providing more value, right? Okay. And the next thing is the link gap. You also want to look at the link gap. Backlinks right now in 2025 are more important than ever because it's not actually that difficult to fill this content gap anymore because of AI, right? Like it's not difficult to create content. There are ways to, keep improving the content by adding infographics, adding videos, adding more useful imagery, et cetera, et cetera. But there comes a point where, okay, this content is already amazing. This content is good enough. Then the difference becomes the backlinks, which are more difficult to actually build, right? Like at the highest level, SEO really comes down to backlinks because again, content becomes commoditized at the highest level. Everyone kind of has the same or similar content. Just Google any competitive keyword, you'll see that the brands ranking pretty much all have good content, right? So the battle is won here in the backlinks. So you also want to do a link gap analysis. You want to look at what backlinks are your competitors building? How many are they building every month? Quantity. What's the quality of these backlinks what's the quality of the backlinks they're building every month? And what types of backlinks are they building every month? Are they building just guest posts, or are they building link insertions and niche edits? Are they getting high quality digital PR links? You want to look at all of that because again, the goal is to fill that gap. If they're building 3 to 5 backlinks every month, you need to build 5 to 10. Because if you're just building 3 to 5 as well, that gap is never going to get filled, right? An easy way to look at what your competitors are building is through using a tool like Ahrefs. We typically like to just filter for quality because again, like low quality backlinks pretty much don't move the needle. So you can kind of ignore that in terms of link gap. Like, okay, they built 50 backlinks last month, but only 3 of them are quality. You can ignore the other 47. You just need to build more than 3 quality backlinks every month. And ideally closing that gap, right? So we want to see what they were building in the last month. So they were building 6 backlinks from pretty decent domains, I would say. I mean, I'm just looking at this from this point of view. I don't want to go through each of them. But then now okay, these guys are building 6 backlinks every month. What do we need? How many do we need to build? And of what quality do we need to build to catch up? Because like if they're building 6, again, you can't just build 6 as well because you're not closing that gap, right? You're just maintaining that gap. So that's what makes it difficult for like newer brands to understand that, oh, you need to build way more backlinks than your competitors are building because you need to fill that gap. And if you can't fill that gap, it's unreasonable to think that you're going to outrank your competitors because again, This isn't like the search engine is an algorithm and it's evaluating for expertise and authority constantly. And you know, if the Sopri just outright beats you in terms of backlinks, you're never going to outrank them. Like if they have 100 backlinks, quality backlinks, and you have 50, why would the search engine choose your brand over the Soapery, right? You need to fill that gap plus a little more. And that's really the idea, the whole idea behind SEO. Yes, you have to do the technical audit. Yes, you have to do all the, navigation, site structure stuff. But in the end, it really comes down to just filling these content and link gaps, right? And that's why I'm saying I literally just copy my way to make millions with SEO. Because when I look at these brands, I'm literally just looking at what they have and copying the content they have on their site, whether it's the shopping page content, right? Or what shopping pages they have, or what blog posts they have. It's literally just copy paste. You want to do exactly what they're doing, but do just a little bit more so the search engine sees your brand as the expert or authority over your competitors, right? Okay. And yeah, in the end, that's what it comes down to. You just need to fill these gaps and more. And please be patient because it does take time for the search engine to crawl all that new content on your website, crawl all the new backlinks that you acquire, like backlinks especially, because we've seen this time and time again. It takes 1 to 3 months for a backlink to actually take effect on the rankings of your website. So yeah, it can take time, but as long as you're filling the gaps and more, you can rest easy knowing that you're doing the right thing. You're doing what it takes to actually outrank your competitors. Yeah, and that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. If you want to learn how to, fill these link gaps and actually, you know, drive revenue growth with SEO, I recommend you join our Shopify SEO Mastermind. We teach this whole playbook there. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to join. And if you want us to handle your SEO for you, I'm going to leave a link in the description as well to book a free SEO audit. If you book a free SEO audit, there's no obligation to work with us. So at the very least, you end up with a free SEO consultation and SEO action plan that you can implement on your own. Yeah, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening. Cheers.